Morning, Sly.
Good morning, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Thought I'd come in. Since you since you think I'm supposed to be the first one in the lounge, I'm I'm here to say good morning.
I don't think that. It just usually happens that way. You're
Oh,
my
well,
diehard.
go with. Oh, I was going to say go with the bit, Larry. Go with the bit.
And I want to say good morning to Bruce this morning. How you doing, bud? Good to see you again.
Good morning, Bruce. Good morning, Austin. Um, Austin.
Austin's been coming in and saying hi before I start, and then don't usually say nothing.
That's because he just comes to say, gives his morning love.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Just showing support. And make sure you hit that thumbs up, Austin.
Oh, that reminds me.
What?
Uh, I had almost 100 views yesterday and not one thumbs up. What the hell, over?
Well, that's all right. You keep saying it. You got to keep saying. People hit that thumbs up for me, so keep me going. You got to tell the people. You got to ask the people for what you want, Larry. You see it. You know how to do
I
it, man.
guess.
Come on. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only way you're gonna get it, right? You got to ask for it. You ain't asking for no money. You just asking for a thumbs up, right?
There you go.
There you go.
If they wanted to send me some money too, I wouldn't argue, right? No.
But that's not your purpose. See, we want listen, we don't want to scare people away and get them a reason, like some people say, oh well, you're only on YouTube to get money, you're only on YouTube to get paid. No, that's not always the reason we on YouTube.
Yep, that's for sure.
So I thought I'd come up and say good morning to you and the peoples that's watching. I'm getting ready to leave my house, so I thought
Gonna
I'd
go
come
do
and say
you, huh?
I don't answer questions.
I knew that was coming. Well, thank you, Bruce, for the thumbs up. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I've been yesterday I chilled for a little bit. Uh didn't hang out in the streets too much. Sometimes, like I said, you gotta get away from certain energy and keep your spirit clean. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, I was gonna try to do some stuff yesterday, but I just hung out here, and I actually think hanging out here did a lot better for me, my mental, my stability and everything else, just hanging out, with my buddies and stuff instead of trying to do things and getting that, something go wrong and then get all fucking crybaby and tantrum, all that other bullshit.
yeah, but you know what? Listen, but I appreciate that you can get in touch with, the when I do stuff and when they go wrong, I get frustrated, I get, what I mean, disappointed. You get in touch with all those things, and then when you're ready to do your next task, you could think about that, well, look, I'm not going to set myself up if my day don't go right. Yeah, you don't put those thoughts in your head, you know what I mean? You put the best foot forward. And if it
Right.
don't go the
Well, it's like that first day, I had three or four things go wrong, so it hit me really hard, and I let each one, hit me hard. And then
mm-hmm,
yesterday, I started to work on the computer a little bit, and
I
it
know.
didn't go right, and I just said hell with it. I sat it down, and I
Come here.
focused
Come,
on. I fo-
bring your head up a little closer. Pat, did you feel that?
Yep.
What I tell you yesterday? You hard headed. You hard headed as. I said,
Well, yeah.
Larry. I said,
But no, let
Larry.
me finish. What I'm saying is, after
Go
it
ahead.
messed up, I just said, "Hey, I'm gonna just sit down and I didn't let it affect me like I did the day before. It's easier to handle one thing at a time than
Mm-hmm.
six things hitting you all at once.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So when I saw you yesterday, attempting, right? I wanted to, kind of like, wait a minute, Larry, I don't want you to do it now because you might get frustrated or whatever, whatever. You did it. But I'm glad that you said heck with it and stayed on your stream instead of getting frustrated and going downhill again.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I said, this thing, you people have helped me. I have grown more in the last 6 months than I have probably in the last 20 years.
Hey, day at a time, Larry. Day at a time,
And
man.
and that, to me, to realize that is tremendous because I didn't grow for a long time. I was very stagnant. I even went downhill for a long time, but every day, I use what you guys say, even if it's not to me, just if it's to each other. You see me how I react when I feel things, and I
Hmm.
feel it, and I put them back in my memory bank, and I use them when appropriately, and it feels good to be on the
Connect.
right path.
It feels good to connect. Yes, Larry. And that's what the spirit is supposed to do. The spirit is supposed to connect with you and make you feel, better. You know what I mean? The spirit ain't supposed to connect and keep you down. The spirit is supposed to connect and build you up. And that's my purpose, Larry. I keep saying it, and I say it every day, and I might sound like I'm looping when I say it, but when I say it though, it's not only for other people, it's for me because it keeps me going. You know what I mean? Like
Right, right.
it keeps me wanting to push, keep doing what I'm doing, keep being who I am, keep putting my foot down and saying, hey, this is how I want to be treated. This is how I deserve to be treated. You know what I mean? Do
Yeah.
what you gotta do most of the times, man. Sometimes you ain't gotta do nothing. Sometimes, you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yep.
Sometimes you gotta sit still and get out the way for
Yeah.
for for things to clear up. And that's what you did yesterday. You attempted to go against the grain, but I believe God said, no, Larry, just leave it alone.
You need to
You
chill a little while. Yeah.
There you go, because you had just got off of being you was just already frustrated about everything. And just imagine, if you had kept going and got frustrated. So
Oh
God,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So everything works out for a reason, Larry. And I'm
Oh yeah.
here for you. I'm here for you. Even though, listen, sometimes, like I said, like yesterday, you know what I mean? Like, the ladies, they do what they do. They keep you occupied and keep you going a little bit, and that's appreciated. I ain't always got to be here, like trying to, you know what I mean?
No, it's like I said yesterday. You were here when I needed you, even if it's for 2 minutes. If I need you for 2 minutes and you were here for those 2 minutes, how can I ask for anything more?
Thank you, babe. I appreciate that. Yeah, because
A- And I believe that. I mean, everybody's time's valuable. It's kind of like I was sitting here yesterday thinking, I had a 10-hour stream, and I'm thinking, damn, I got four motherfuckers that want to spend 10 fucking hours with me. 10 fucking hours. And
well,
I'm
just
like, that,
imagine.
that, that to
the
me said something in itself.
Just imagine how I felt the other day when you did a 12-hour stream with six people, six people. Well, how many
Yeah,
people did you have in and out? You know what I mean? You did,
right.
hey, and for some reason I'm keep getting these strange people sending me sending me Facebook requests and shit, yo.
I think it goes in spurts because I've been getting a lot lately too.
Yeah, but we don't accept everybody, Larry. If you know what I mean,
No,
you
I
don't
know.
just yeah, just because some of them could be scammers. You understand
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Oh,
So
yeah. I've had a few.
yeah, you only accept the people that you know, like people that you might see in your chat, and they might, like you asked Erm if he had a Facebook account. You know what I mean? So
Right.
Yeah, only connect with people that you see often or whatever that supports you. Don't be trying to connect with everybody to come in your shit.
It was kind of cool. Had a video last night of him hooking up a sound system in a church, and it showed him doing all of his, tests and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Cool. Cool. That's what's up. Did you check out your? Oh, you said you had 100 views. But that's good though. At least you get some views, man. Listen, only time I get views is when I'm out here in the streets recording for public safety or something. That's the only time I get views. I don't get views on my cooking.
Yeah.
I don't get, my food. I don't get no views. Like if I'm going crazy or spazzing out on something, I get views, and that's crazy,
Yeah.
ain't it?
It just shows you.
Yeah, what people want. People want that chaos, man. People don't want, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna, I can't be a part of the chaos, Larry.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. It's too much of it going around. That's for damn sure.
Right, right, right. And then if like if you're constantly a part of it, it becomes you.
Oh yeah, you get sucked up in it, without even knowing it.
Exactly,
And then
exactly.
usually by the time you figure that out, you're knee deep in it.
You know it. Hey, have you checked out Eli yet, man?
I haven't for a couple days. I've been, going through some shit.
Hey Larry, hey Larry, man, hey Larry. I send videos to you though for, like I said, for you to have something
Oh,
maybe
I
different.
I check most of them out. It's just, last couple days I
No, no,
haven't.
no, you don't have to explain to me when you check them out. The reason why I send them to you is so you can have maybe stuff to talk about, for the
Right,
people to,
right,
you know what I mean? Like, every day, and this is your lounge, right? You do what you want to do. But I
no,
just
I
want to.
understand what you're saying. It definitely, I've thought about it a couple times, and it's
I
weird.
mean,
Some days it seems like chat's searching for stuff to talk about, and then other days it's just like everybody's just flowing, got all kinds of stuff they want to say.
that's because, and then you gotta also pay attention to, it's just a repeated cycle every day.
Right,
You understand what I'm saying? How do I explain it? It's a friendly lounge and everybody's talking about everything, right? And their past experience, strength and hopes, right? But I'm
right,
still geared on letting people know, other than us, letting other people know what our human rights are. That's why I put out the videos on my channel, on my page, because a lot of people don't know what rights we have as people, human beings. You know what I
right,
mean? So
right,
that's why I put out those videos so people can start paying attention and kind of helping with the with teaching, not so much telling people what to do, but just teaching people that, you don't have to stand for anything. Because you don't have to fall for anything. You can stand for
right.
something, you know.
Want to say good morning to Moose. He's in chat. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing
Morning,
everything's good. I hope you're having safe travels, and I hope you get home quickly.
morning, Moosey Moose. Yeah, so that's just what I'm on, man. Like, I just can't sit around just, and I don't want to start, I don't want to do my own thing and then shy away from you. If I'm here with you, I want to be able to, you know, just keep things moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Well, plus I think even when in our lives when we everything's going good, if we keep an open mind, we can always learn something from somebody in some sort of way. If we
mhm,
want to accept it.
mhm,
And I'm not
yeah.
saying, and I'm not saying that there's anything that we're doing wrong. I'm
Mm-mm.
just saying that we can always, get good information and
Yeah,
utilize it sometime.
and see, and that's what my purpose is, because
Right,
I have a
right,
lot of you on Facebook now. I have a lot of you
right,
on my Facebook page, right? So I'm trying
right,
to get, put out information, or put out stuff for you to learn from, and then share.
right.
That's what those videos are for. Those videos are to keep people aware of what's going on in our world. Just like we talk about a lot of stuff, of our past and stuff like that. But we also have we also have a world around us that people are going through stuff, right? And we want to
Right.
teach people and show people that they don't have to go through this.
The one I saw you posted a couple days ago, I was gonna check out, but then bullshit started happening. I didn't get around to it, but it was with I think four cops killed one black man or something.
Yeah, you got to check them out, because like I don't know, I post them every day, so you have
Yeah,
to check them out. And then, like, that's what I'm saying. So once you check them out and watch them fully, then we can have a discussion about how you felt about it, whatever, whatever, whatever. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
right.
We can't go on. I checked it out a couple of days ago. I really don't know what it was about, but a black man got shot. Yeah, I mean, no, no, no.
Yeah,
We don't
no,
want to
I
go.
don't. I don't even honestly remember.
Yeah,
You know,
but that's what I'm saying. We don't
right,
want to
right,
go. We don't want to
right.
push that
No,
narrative where,
right.
oh, we only want to show videos of black men getting shot. I post a lot of different videos.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, so, and the reason is, I'm hoping that I get more people to start watching them, sharing them,
Well, and
and help.
how much they actually get away with. It's just it's like
Exactly. Well,
the
we
only
got.
lives that matter are their lives. Nobody else's life matter, and it's like what the fuck. It's like everybody's life fucking matters. I don't care if you're green, orange, black, purple,
But we got to
fluorescent
show.
pink, whatever the fuck you are. You're as goddamn as important to me as I am to you. At least we should be.
But we got to show people, though, Larry.
Right, right. Yeah, for them
You
to
know what I
wake
mean?
up.
Because if
Yeah,
if we're not if we're not like, I'm not experiencing that lifestyle anymore, because I don't break the law,
right.
or I don't want to deal with the government or the police in any bad way, right? But other people are still, in my lifetime, still going through it, right?
Yeah,
And I want to explain, like, people holler about uh defund we shouldn't want to defund the police, but the police are defunding themselves, and you're paying for it,
right. Well, it's
right?
like
Because
we
every
got
time.
something going kind of weird in our neighborhood lately. It's like we got police patrolling our neighborhood that aren't even supposed to be here in this neighborhood at all. And
Hmm.
then what they're doing, I've noticed the last week or two, is they're checking out. Like they drove by my place, and for 5 minutes they were shining their old fucking spotlight all over my goddamn place, right? And the
Hmm.
house next to me, and all the good people, they're all fucking scoping all their shit out. By the dope houses, they just fucking go right by them, and they got uh,
Remember,
20 yards of garbage sitting in their yard, a big time
remember.
health hazard. But oh, we can't see that. We can't look at that. We got to scope all the people out that got something so we can get something from them.
No, let me tell you what they doing. You got to remember, you're worldwide, Larry. You hear me?
Yeah,
We talk truth here, right?
right.
They're watching, baby.
Well, I could kind of understand that, but like I said, they're not only checking my place out, they're checking all
I
the
know.
people out. Like I said, that
Well,
have something, the people
they
that don't
they
have nothing.
they not gonna just make it, and they not gonna just make you notice that they're checking you out, Larry. I mean, come on, man. They're not gonna say, "Oh, we just gonna shine a light on Larry's place." We're gonna make Larry think we're checking out everybody.
except the places they should be checking out.
Right, exactly, right? Because they don't care about them. They care about you wanting to change things or wanting to make things better for yourself or wanting to help other people make things better for themselves. We tell truths around here with water bottles. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
You gotta, this is what I'm saying, man. Look, they watch us. Like I got a cop sitting on my corner right here, like trying, watching the construction people, protecting the construction people. I don't know why, but like they just watch us, man. They know we on here and we don't fall for their bullshit.
yeah.
And we talk about it. We're not sitting up here saying we scared, we'd stay in a house and we ain't doing none of that.
Right.
We moving around, we making moves for ourselves, we standing on our own ground. You know, they don't want that, man. They don't want us to be happy, peaceful, talking, loving, sharing, communicating, conversing. They don't want none of that.
Right.
Kidding me? All right, I'm gonna be late for my appointment, man. I got to go.
All
All
right.
right.
Well, you take care. I got two here in
Look, you're
chat, so
kicking me
hopefully
out
somebody will
already. I ain't
come
even
up.
finished my. Wait, you're kicking me out already. I ain't even finished my final thoughts. What the hell, Larry?
Yeah.
God damn.
Well,
But
I thought from now on you're supposed to say I have some final thoughts before I leave.
that's not on that. This is not that channel, right?
All
We do
right,
we
fine.
do our own thing here, right? We don't follow nobody else's
I
leads.
wasn't
We do our
insinuating.
own thing here, right?
I'm
And as
saying that I need a clue sometimes. Is all I was
soon
trying
as
to
I
say.
say, but soon as I start saying I gotta get out of here, your ass be like, all right, nigga, don't let the door hit you with a good Lord split you. But I gotta go, sweetheart. You have a great day. And tell Anna I said hi. Tell the rest of the crew I said good morning and or good evening, good day, whatever. Greetings to everyone. Chat,
Yep.
if it's anybody
All right.
anybody in the chat. Wait,
I got
damn it.
one. I got one.
All right, Moose. Come on, man. Don't let her turn two before I sing to her again. All right, love you, Larry. See you
All right.
later.
Love
Give
you
me a
too.
hug. Give
Have
me
a
a
great
hug.
day.
Nope, nope, nope. Give me a hug. Thank you. All right, love you. See you later.
Bye bye.
All right.
No appointments on Saturday, huh? What the hell ever. Get your lazy ass up out of bed, go to work, bring in those tax dollars, and make me some damn money. I can't believe I used to wear 4-inch platforms. uh, I guess that was a thing to do back in the 70s, though, huh? You think I wanted to be part of the in crowd? uh, bug stepping. uh, well, that's why he had the bell bottoms, and the platform. So first you had the bell bottoms so you couldn't see your platforms, and if it covered your whole shoe, then you were like really cool. Those were the double bells. If you had a single bell, it only covered about half or three quarters of your shoe. And if your pants were dragging on the ground, covering your whole shoe, then you were like really cool. You were like The Eno Bacino of the streets. So I guess yesterday when Anna was out shopping, I don't know if it happened in the store or by her car or whatever, but she dropped something and she bent over to pick it up, and some guy's all, "Oh, those are a really nice pair of pants you got on there." So basically telling her she's got a nice ass in a polite way. Uh, it's pretty funny. I think it's kind of weird how on the weekends is usually slower during the week. You would think you would have more people in your stream on the weekends because less people have to work. But then what do I know? Not too much. I guess you're the only one here, Moose. So whereabouts are you now? How close are you to home, man? Texas, huh? How far is Amarillo from Dallas? 'Reason I was wondering is I have an uncle that lives, I don't know, I think he said like half hour or an hour or something from Dallas. 32 hours, huh? Well, just look at that. Now you're twice as close as what you were, right? So there. Haha. And you're supposed to know where all these damn cities are, Moose. Damn you. You better get with your job, damn it. One fucking job to do. You can't even do that one right. Damn people's parents anyway. What are they good for? I didn't sleep very good last night. My left shoulder's been really bugging me. I feel just kind of drained and tired this morning. Uh-oh, look out. Now I'm in trouble. I didn't do it.
What were you doing to your left shoulder, sir?
I don't know. About, 3 or 4 days ago, it just started hurting. And then, of course, the shoulder starts hurting. So then the neck muscles on that side start hurting. And you know how that goes.
Well,
So like every night, I flop from shoulder to shoulder anyway because both my shoulders are bad and I'm a side sleeper. And so I go to lay on my left side and it starts hurting real bad. So then I go to the right side and I'll lay on it on my right side longer than I should because I don't want to go back to my left side. So, never ending cycle.
I understand. I had to wake up to piss like 20 times last night.
Damn old beat up body. You think my body was beat up or something? What the hell's up with that shit?
It just ain't right. But I tell you what, I went into the restroom this morning, and at these state parks they have the restroom and the shower and the sink all hooked up in the same room. Well, there's two guys sitting there discussing their day, and they're brushing their teeth, right? Vigorously. And I decided I had to go drop the bomb, son.
They
Oh man,
didn't appreciate that, huh?
you could hear them gagging.
They say,
It
"Hey,
was
I
so
just had
bad.
I had a really good dinner last night." What the hell, over?
Yep, I had one of them. I had what I have. It's, chicken wing. No, I had like a chicken wing burger yesterday. Had some hot sauce on there, so I mean it came out fiery, fiery.
Yeah, yeah. She didn't get here, I think, till like I don't know 5 or 6 o'clock, and then we left here because it was my daughter's birthday. My oldest daughter's birthday was the 5th, and then yesterday's birthday was her old man's birthday, and so I'm like, you know what? Let's go get them a ice cream cake and celebrate both their birthdays. And so we went to the store, did some shopping, came back, and the time we came back, it was like after 7. And I'm like, usually we're in bed by 8, and we had to eat dinner and let food settle in. So we didn't get to bed till like 9 o'clock last night. And I woke up at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, we're done with those grinds. Just throwing away the grinds. I woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning to like a pack of 100 coyotes.
Holy shit. Have you, do they usually travel in those big packs like that?
I don't know. I'm just making it up. It could have been only
Oh.
10, but it was
See how you are.
it was loud.
I bet. It's kind of funny because sometimes my dog will, have dreams and I'll see him laying on the ground and he'll be sound asleep. Pretty soon you'll see his paws start going like he's running. And then he'll start going faster and faster. And then pretty soon he'll go, oh, his feet would just be going a million miles an hour. I says, oh, you out running in the woods with your cousins, buddy?
Hang out with the coyote. Man, for a Saturday, I'm zonked.
He's looking so much better. I've been battling with, since I've owned him, I've been battling with food allergies and other allergies he's had, and ever since I started feeding him that DE, boy, his coats and stuff is so much better. My cat's still having some problems, but I think she's slowly getting better too.
From diatomaceous earth?
Yeah, since I start putting that in his food, my dog's food, his fur and stuff is really good.
Wow. He feeds diatomaceous earth to his dog, and it makes the dog's coat a lot better. Dog's a lot happier. Larry, what is going on this morning? Why is there nobody here?
The last few weekends has been like that. It's been like really super dead. That's why I said it earlier. I thought it was kind of weird how during the week when everybody's supposed to, be at work doing their slave thing, I'll get more people during the week than on the weekends.
Because they're sleeping in. They got drunk last night.
Probably. That's the thing that's kind of sad is the alcohol is so socially acceptable. I've known a few people that have gotten busted at work, for smoking pot the night before or something.
Get
Then
fired.
they got to go to a drug treatment program or something, because they're this druggie because they smoked a bowl before, the night before or whatever. So then they still want to, take that edge off. So they go have a couple beers and before they know it, they're a fucking alcoholic. And it's just like, what the fuck,
Yeah, dude, it's bad. Like, we worked in Yellowstone for 7 months, and if you got caught, like, smelling like weed or whatever, they give you a drug test. And they randomly drug tested employees. And so, like, people would keep Listerine on them all the time so they could chug the Listerine before they get the drug test. And a lot of people still failed. And then the funny thing is, though, is like you get like federally, you get a federal charge on your record if you get caught in a national park with weed. But
I
they
know.
have a pub for employees though, and the pub stays open till 3 o'clock in the morning, and work starts at like 4 or 5.
Yeah, I know. One time I was out in the woods with just me and one other person, and we got there and the campsite was just, trash. So I picked up all the trash and stuff and I started to burn it. And this damn forest officer comes running down like trying to set the whole forest on fire or whatever. And it was just a little, not even really a fire. It was more like a warming fire, just a small little fire or whatever. And he's all like, "You're not supposed to be burning and what. And I seen you up there smoking on something, what, it's federally illegal, and if I could throw you in fucking federal prison right now, and this and that and the other thing," and I'm like, "Oh, so you're gonna cause all these problems because I'm out here in the woods with nobody else, just me and one other person, but yet I'm committing this federal crime because I smoked a bowl? What the fuck?"
Your very existence is against the system.
Fucking bullshit, though.
It is. It's all bullshit.
I keep hearing about the land of the free. I want to know where in the fuck this land of the free is.
It's inside you, Larry.
That's about it.
It's inside you. Are you over there playing on Windows 98?
No, it's just some notice came up. Somebody posted something somewhere. Oh, delete laws.
Oh, another chili video?
Yeah, I haven't watched him really in a long time.
I don't really watch him that much because the only videos I ever see of him is when he's trying to like sue people.
Yeah, I watched them for I don't know, maybe 6 months or so, and then I kept seeing lack of better words, looping thing, and I'm like, I think I'll, draw my attention some other place.
I think that's it, man. I think that's it. Like, kind of like what Sly was saying earlier today, how we should have talking points and whatnot. Maybe the weekend shows, maybe you should come on with like an agenda or something, or a story, or something to kind of hook people to maybe come on the weekend, since they're not.
Yeah, yeah. Yesterday was kind of cool, and I thought about maybe, like you're saying, have like yesterday we had Linda up here making cinnamon rolls and bread and
Oh
trying to.
man, yeah.
I thought, well, maybe we could have like a cooking day or a planning day or a herb day. Have different days that people could talk about what they do and how they do it. And
That would be a good idea, man. That'd be a good idea. I'll be home, and I think today's what, the 10th. I want to be home by the 20th. So
right on. But you said you made up a couple days back or whatever.
we
Time
didn't
on.
really make any days up. We're still
Uh,
we're still behind, but it's all right. It's life.
Gotta take it as it comes, right?
Yep. That's why God gave me a credit card.
Well,
Gave me access to one.
I thought you said you were gonna let me help you max that thing out.
Oh man, I don't need help maxing things out.
Yeah, you do.
Man, it's so low energy today. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Yeah, I'm kind of burnt myself. I think part of that because of all the stress I had, the other day, and then I haven't been sleeping too good anyway, so that don't help either. When you don't sleep good, that kind of puts you in a bad mood to begin with, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I woke up like 20 times last night too. So I mean, I totally get. I think it was just a weird phenomenon out there last night.
What are you talking
So I'm
about,
not.
Moose? You are the weird phenomena. So there.
Yeah, I know that. I know that.
I love you, man.
That's all love in this hood. She's just playing the drums, Mama. No more drums.
Aw, damn spoiled sport.
Mama says no more drums on the garbage can because it's dirty.
Hey, little germs never hurt nobody.
That's what I'm saying. I grew up eating dirt.
Shit, probably from like 12 to probably my late 40s, I was working on cars almost every day, and the kids would come out with a sandwich, for me to eat sometime during the day, and they'd hand it to me, and they'd look at me, and my hands would be full of grease or whatever, and I'd wipe them off as much as I could on my pants, and I'd grab that sandwich, and they're like, "Aren't you gonna wash first, Dad?" And I'm like, "A little grease never hurt nobody," and I really believe that's part of the reason, really, why I never get sick.
Calm down, dude. Just go. Just calm down. It's life, dude. It's life. Chasing down this little one.
That's your job. It's their job to run, and it's your job to chase.
I didn't know I was going to play cops and robbers my whole life.
Well,
End up being the cop.
hey, at least you're giving them some of their rights and freedoms, not, taking them all away like the others do.
She
It's
still
like,
does
yeah,
have
at
freedoms.
least you let her play in the garbage can for a couple minutes, damn it. If you were a real, you know, uh, trooper, you would say, no, you can't even touch that thing. Can't touch this. Nah, 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 nah.
Nah, nah, nah. Can't touch it. Oh man, she's already grabbing my wallet. She knows what's up.
There you go. Teach them early.
They're going to be teaching us, Larry, with all this new CBDCs and stuff.
I hope so.
How do you feel about this universal basic income? Are you waiting for your check?
Well, that's one of the 7 most used lies, the checks in the mail.
Checks in the mail.
And you know what the top lie is, right?
What?
I won't come in your mouth.
That's a good one. That's a definite lie.
Yeah, I don't remember the other 5. Those are the only 2 I remember. The 7 most used lies, and one of them's I won't come in your mouth, and the other is the checks in the mail.
Well, I am a germaphobe, so try not to make a mess. Man, this Dirty Larry's coffee hour has just turned from dirty to absolutely disgusting. I'm loving it.
Well, you see, that's the thing is like I was telling the crew yesterday. I'm like, everybody assumed the Dirty Larry was, I have a dirty mind and I'm a dirty old man. I might resemble that to a certain extent, but the Dirty Larry is actually like, do you feel lucky? Did I shoot 5 shots or did I shoot 6? Like Dirty Harry.
Is this Mary's daughter? Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more.
He's been coming in chat the last few days. He's cool. He saluted to you, so salute back, damn you. And Mary's daughter is hotboxing. Broadcast silence. The death of the broadcast. 101. So have you ever boxed, Bruce? You said you don't play jazz really, so do you box or have you ever boxed? My son
Damn,
did
I think I just
My
like
son,
said a whole bunch of shit and I wasn't even in the screen, so you couldn't hear it.
yeah. My son did boxing for a while, and he said he actually learned a lot a lot of good stuff when he did the boxing.
Yeah. Now his wife never hits him. He dodges every punch.
Something like that.
Every single plate that comes flying at him, he's like, whoo, whoo, whoo. It's the only way you can beat your wife. Is by not letting her beat you.
I really believe the art of defense and offense and every, like boxing, judo, karate, taekwondo, all of them are good in their own ways. I just really believe that they all offer something a little different. And when you incorporate more than one aspect of those forms together, within you, your defense and offense are going to be so much better because you have basically more tools in your tool belt.
Yeah, that's true. The more tools you got, more ability, to be what do you call it? Adaptable.
Yeah,
it's like handle more situations.
I started my son out in Taekwondo when he was like 7, and within 6 months of him being in class, they graduated him to the adult class because his kicking form and the way his style and everything and kicking was so advanced, they put him into the adult class. He did that for like 10 years. And then he did some wrestling for a few years. And then he did boxing for about 10 years. And then he went into the UFC, studied with those guys for about 8 years.
Damn, dude. I didn't know. Are you talking Joe Nobody?
Yeah. Yeah, he did some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I mean, he's got a lot of different things underneath his belt. He's a bad little mofo.
Man, I'm let down, Larry. I joined jiu-jitsu and I was doing good. And then our season came up, and because of our season at the hotel, I wasn't able to go all season. And at the end of the season, they decided they were going to be part of the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. And so now they have to follow all the Gracie like guidelines and stuff. And so I felt like, oh man, this is cool, right? Well, now I got to buy a new suit because with the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, everybody's got to wear a white one.
Right.
But I went out, I spent like $200 on a really nice gray one. And now I don't have $200 to spend on another one. Those sons of bitches. Oh, why does it matter what color your stupid suit is, Larry? Why do people have stupid rules?
It shouldn't, but in some ways I understand why. But like you're saying, it shouldn't, especially
when you start out and it doesn't. It's not like that. It shouldn't be like that.
Right. No, yeah, you definitely. I think in every situation there's got to be, leeways, and sometimes you got to even do a little extra special things for some people that are, struggling in one way or another. Could be financially, could be spiritually, could be, morally, whatever.
That's why we need Jack Talcott as part of our panel. He can help the people that are struggling spiritually.
From what I understand, though, you have to be able to help yourself before you can help somebody else. I could be wrong.
You are wrong. You are wrong.
That's what I keep you around for, to set me straight, right?
Well, the thing is, Larry, is I understand that you're a good-hearted individual and all that, but you don't actually have to help yourself to be able to help others.
That's kind of what I thought I just said.
No, you don't. You said the opposite. You said you have to be able to help yourself to help others, but you don't. Like, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to break through all the molds, all the shit that everybody's been feeding us for years. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you, my friend, have a floaty ring and I have a hammer, I may not be able to help you in the ocean, right? Because I've got a hammer. Now you have a floaty ring. And I may be in the ocean and I may be drowning. And you can throw me the floaty thing. And you have saved my life. But you did not need to save yours to save mine.
That's true, I guess.
Wow, that was like the worst analogy ever, but it still came through.
But that's assuming I knew how to swim in the first place, and really I don't. So I'm fucked.
Well, no, you're not in the ocean. You're just on the cruise ship. You're on the cruise ship, Larry. Okay, you're on the cruise ship. You're on your way to Hawaii. You've got Lady Wolf on one side. You got the hooker I mean, not hooker, sorry. You got the escort that's with you on the other side. And you're sitting there and you're watching over the edge. And you see this, like, frail, small body just floating through the ocean. And I look up at you and you see me, you know, staring at you with my beady eyes. And all of a sudden, Larry goes, "This man needs this floaty ring." And you toss it out there. And I'm out there and I have nothing to offer you. I cannot help you. I cannot help myself. And you can't help yourself because you have two women right next to you, taking all your time, taking all your energy, sucking you dry of your life force. But you still saved my life by throwing me that floaty.
Yeah, but I like it when my life force is sucked dry.
But you didn't need to help yourself to help me. You see what I'm saying?
I just had to throw a little wrench in the works like I always do.
Oh, heck yeah. You always have to. You have to. That's part of being the host, man.
Hey, we have Danny in the house. Hi, Danny.
Danny's back, finally. Danny, can you finally bring us back to some semblance of normalcy? Or whatever you call whatever you bring, the spirit? You bring the spirit. And I say that with love.
You should see this look I'm getting from my dog. Oh, my God. Hey, good to see you, man. I seen your video, your test video last night. You setting up that sound thing, your sound equipment. That was cool.
Is going to start paneling or what?
He did I'm not sure. Well, all I saw is it said test. And he was setting up like some sound system in a church, and he was showing all of how he tests the equipment that he's setting up. It was pretty cool.
The equipment.
Oh, don't worry about it, You have a life. When you get to it, you get to it. Just make sure you put in the subject line or whatever, so I know it's from you.
Yeah, baby. Put ERM and we know to answer it.
That's cool. Yeah, show it. Show that final setup video today. I'd check it out, no doubt.
I'm all about it, dude. I'm all about it. What I want to do on this platform, I want to help people grow. Larry, I don't know how it's going to work out in our future, sir. I really don't. I don't know how, once the hotel opens, I don't know what hours I'll be able to join the coffee shop.
Oh, don't worry about it, man. I know things are going to be pretty hectic for you. You got a lot of shit to do. I just wish, I was a little closer and, give you a helping hand, and help you build your future. And for me, something like that would be very gratifying.
That's the thing, man. That's the thing. I've gone my whole life with trying to build a team, and When I worked at the collective, I was picked up by these people from New York who, if you saw that movie, what was it with Dave Chappelle? That movie, High Times or something like that. Not High Times. Fuck. I'm so bad with names. But anyways, the guy I worked for, Larry, is he was basically this big salesman of cannabis from New York, and he used to have a bicycle selling service. So the guy would ride his bike to come deliver weed to you, and it had a little happy face on the bag. You know what I'm saying? You still there?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, so he got thrown in prison for like 10 years. And then when he got out, he was like, fuck this, I'm moving to California. So he moved out to California, and he moved up right around the corner from my house. And I was working at Starbucks at the time. And they watched me work every single day. Like, I knew everybody's name who came into the coffee shop. I knew everybody's drink. Like, I knew, like, if your family went on vacation or whatever, or your son was in the hospital or whatever, I knew. Like, people
Right.
just would tell me all these things. And so, like, they would come in twice a day, and they'd get a coffee, and they'd just sit there in the lobby. And sometimes they wouldn't say nothing. They would just sit there and watch. And then one day they offered me a job. They're like, how would you like to run your own business? And that's how I got into the cannabis industry. And so, like, my whole thing on this is that we were building a team, and we built a great team of like 12 people, and we built a business and everything. And it went from $100,000 a month to $1 million a month. And so, like, the team got too big and it just fell apart. So the moral of the story is basically like, I need to build myself a nice small team, small enough to make sure that, like, you know, you got to keep tabs on it. You can't let it fall apart, you know?
Right. Well, that's kind of like I was watching Star Trek Picard last night, and he's like, you could be in some dire situations where it looks like you have no way to get through it, but if we stick together as a team and all use our, assets to this one problem, we'll get through it. And when you can work as a team and together as one, is when the beauty really happens. But the problem is, as I've found through the years, is people will say one thing and do another. It's like, oh yeah, I want to, I'll help you dig this, your foundation out, as if you help me, dig my foundation out. And it's like, okay, yeah, let's do that. And then it's like you're the only one out there doing the work, and the other person that said they were going to help you is, fighting off a hangover or whatever, going on with them. And
You know what it is, Larry? It's like in that moment when you were discussing it, it's not that that person lied, because I am this is one of my downfalls, is like I overpromise sometimes, and or I say things and people are like, well, on this day you said this, and I was like, yeah, on that day I felt like that, because like some days, like someone will be at work, right? We'll be at the casino working or at the collective, and they'll be like, hey Mike, you want to go out tonight? And at 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm feeling like at the peak of my day, right? I've had my coffee, I smoked my joint, and then everything's going good, right? And so 9 o'clock, I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll go with you. But once it gets to like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, maybe I have to stay late at work. It's 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. By that time, my whole like everything changes in me. And I'm like, nah, now I really don't want to go. So now at that point, I come up with any excuse I can not to go out. You know what I mean?
right.
And that's just, it's the same thing with like anything with work, like you're saying, like to dig a hole or whatever. Somebody may have the energy and all that, and they may want to, and they may think they have the time, but then they get home and they're like, oh shit, well, I have 12 other things I got to do.
No, I understand that, and that's expected to happen. But when the person doesn't do anything for 6 months, then there's a pattern of shit happens, but then shit happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, if people aren't working towards like being a man of their word or woman of their word, then you don't really want to be around them.
Well, it's like I said, I've been in. We tried to start a community once, and we were on 100 acres, and there was 10 of us, and we were all supposed to get our little plot of land or whatever after we were all
What do
said
you
and
mean?
done. And it was like me and one other person were the only persons out there doing anything, and
Just put
even
it
the
on.
owner of the land wasn't really doing anything at all for
It's not
himself or
charging.
anybody else. He just kind of expected everybody else to do it for him because it was his land type thing. And I'm like, okay, And I was out there for 8 months, just worked my ass off. I dug a power pole. I dug sewage trenches. I dug water trenches. I did a lot of fucking digging. I mean, the power pole was like 30 feet deep and 20 feet wide, and I dug it all with a damn shovel. Every fucking bit of it with a shovel, all by myself. I dug 200 feet of 8 foot trench for a damn sewer line, and it's just like, all this fucking work all by myself. And oh yeah, I'll be there tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow never came. And before long, the shit just fell apart, and I ended up doing a lot of work for nothing.
So what happened with that 100-acre property? You guys just sold it
No,
or ran away?
the guy that owned it got basically a house built for nothing, and everybody else got nothing.
Everybody else got nothing. Wow. That's the problem with those community things. Hey, don't touch my coffee. That's hot.
Yeah, and then there was this other property that I'd helped did the same thing, and they're like, "Oh well, you know, we if we can't build a house here, we'll do the improvements, and then we'll sell the land, and whatever profit we make, I'll give you half of the profits." So I'm like, cool. And of course, I did all this work, made the land so somebody could come in and buy it and put their house in there, just ready to go type thing. All they had to do was string their power and put the pipe in for the sewer, and everything was ready to go. And they made $20,000 off the piece of land, and I didn't get a penny of it.
Dang. That sucks.
So when you keep working hard and believe in people, and you keep getting that bad taste in your mouth, you kind of not want to try that avenue again. But you got to realize, like we're saying, not everybody's the same, and some people's word are their word.
Yeah. I mean, I strive to be a person that's word is definitely like, my word, but sometimes I say something, I'm like, in the moment, if it's emotional, it's going to change because emotions always change.
Right. Well, my kids learned with me, if they wanted if they wanted something to be done, they knew they had to have me promise, because they knew if I promised it was going to get done. Might not be exactly when they wanted to get it done, but it got done.
Yeah.
So we got Danny in the house, we got Nubs in the house, and I'm think maybe Bruce Gas, but I'm not sure. It says we have three.
Good day, Nubs. Good day, Danny. And if your friend is in the truck with you, hi. What? Who are you you talking
Oh,
to?
Nubs was on here yesterday doing his snow shoveling with his friend
Oh, yeah, the
slash
friend.
employee. I think his name was Tom.
That's funny. That's funny. This place is for characters.
It was
It's like the
pretty cool
Misfit
because
Lane.
yesterday his buddy was out doing something. He's like, "All right, when he gets back in the truck, everybody give him shit." And we're like, "Oh, Tom, you asshole!" And he's like, "Oh, what the fuck did I do?" And then it was funny because I guess when he got this look on his face, Nubs just started laughing. No snow today, huh, Nubs?
Man, we got people. Oh, his name's Tom. Larry, you should know who Tom is. All right? Tom's a good man.
Hey, I forgot more than I'll ever know, so take it from there. Yeah. Yeah, he says his face was fucking priceless. He had no idea what the hell was going on, just people yelling. Yeah. So what time do you guys usually start heading out on the road?
Oh, okay. I thought I was muted. Um, so it all depends. Usually like 9, 8 or 9,
Yeah.
and then we get to our destination like 5 or 6. We don't drive very much. We drive like 4 hours a day with the baby,
Right.
but that that adds up to like 8 hours because we stop every 2 hours and nurse her, change her, go take a walk or something. Maybe go grab something to eat or make something in the camper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you know? Do you know me? Do you know me? Man.
I think it's kind of cool though that you guys do it that way because most people, it's like, they get behind the wheel, especially if they got a long ways to go. So we got to hurry up and get nowhere fast.
Well, that's how we took it like the first 3 times that we crossed the states. Like we hightailed it in like 7 to 9 days. And it was miserable, dude. Just sitting in the car for 8 to 10 hours, 12 hours a day. Just fucking just boom, 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 just driving past everything. It was like you get out of the car and your legs are all sore, your
Yeah.
back's sore, your neck's all tweaked. It's like I don't know. There's nothing like remotely enjoyable about that experience, right?
Yeah. We got somebody new in chat called Ginger Ridge. How you doing, Ginger? Good to see you.
I think I've seen this person before somewhere. I'm everywhere in the YouTube streets, so I don't know. Yeah, I've seen that picture before. What's up, Ginger? See, you're broadening your horizons. But I like this way of traveling. I'm probably gonna do a video on like my tips and tricks for traveling because I've learned so much from just this, and I'm sure like other people can learn Maybe even just have a panel discussion or whatever for traveling.
Yeah.
Like I really like what we would do preferably before we had the baby. What we would do is we'd wake up, we'd do a hike at like 6 or 7 in the morning, and then we would hit the like an hour-long hike, get in the car, drive for 2 hours, stop for like breakfast or lunch, and then get in the car for like 4 hours, stop for breakfast or lunch, do another like walk or a hike, and then hop back in the car. So that way you're always like going to a museum or you're going to a park, or you kind of like, you get some fresh air.
Well, not only that, I think it breaks up the monotony of the trip, and then plus you get to, see some new sights and enjoy some new scenery and do some new things, and
Yeah, learn some
that's
history and
gotta,
shit.
yeah, then that's got to be, more relaxing and not feel so pressured when you break up the monotony. And Ginger, yeah, you're more than welcome to hang out as long as you want, man. You're more than welcome to join the panel. The link's at the top of the page. Whatever's clever. We're pretty easy here, but just don't tell nobody that.
Yep. Yeah, it breaks up the monotony, Larry, and it also like if it depends on what kind of see because the thing is, man, is people are changing. People are changing for the better or worse. Like they're changing. Their attention spans are so short that a lot of people can't take a journey like this where we're spending a month on the road and we're going to all these cool places. Like they would just like frazzle up and die, because they need their like instant dopamine kicks. They got to have their luxuries of home. They got to have their local store. Yeah, I got her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, oh yeah. Gotta, keep up with those Joneses. No, thank you, Ginger. What land are you on there, Ginger? Where are you from? We had some guy from Barcelona last week. That was kind of cool. Damn you, Moose. From South Cal in the Northwest now. I'm in Oregon, Ginger. Or on Oregon, or however in the hell you want to say it or take it.
Ay, 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 ay.
Oh shit! Now we're in trouble. Hey,
What's up,
now
everybody?
the sky.
Yeah, yeah. So, Larry, I
RPG.
heard you talking about your experience. I noticed that you left one thing out, and that one thing would have saved your ass completely. You know what that one thing is?
Huh?
A
A rubber?
contract.
A what?
A contract.
Okay.
So when you
Oh, I see what you're saying. Right.
before your shovel hits the ground, you get shit in writing.
Right.
If it's over $1,000, there's no way in hell I'm touching your property without a contract. And most likely, if it's over $100, I'm not touching your property without a contract. It depends on what it is, though.
Right. But then again, there's been a few times I've noticed that writing on the paper ain't worth nothing also.
I agree that it's not necessarily always worth it to that person, but it is worth it to the judge that will make that person pay.
Well,
Oh yeah.
like I know somebody that got a divorce, and in their divorce thing, it was printed up. He was supposed to do some things, and she was supposed to do some other things, and basically everything that was on that paper had no meaning at all.
Larry,
Well,
that's just one instance.
yeah,
I've seen it happen a few times.
I've definitely had situations that I've been in where I have not fulfilled my end of the contract and they called me on it and I did. Not in the past couple of years. I mean, that's much earlier on in my business. I've learned since then because that contract is law and law is contract. If I make up a law between you and me, that's a law, period. Whether you want to
Right.
respect it or not, that's up to you. I fulfill my end of the contract and then I'm good. There's a
No
difference
different.
between an agreement and a contract. An agreement, whatever. I mean, words are words for most people. For people like yourself, you actually agree with what you say and you stand by what you say. So, you're a different breed per se in the grand scheme of things, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
So your honesty seems to be your downfall, yet I won't do business with anybody that won't sign a contract. So,
Right.
that is my honesty. That contract and my signature at the bottom of it, that is 100% my honesty. That is the equivalent to the work being done.
Right. That's kind of like me. Like I said, if you get me to promise something, it's going to happen.
Yes.
My word is my promise is my bond, and it's just kind of like you're saying, your signature is your bond.
My word is my bond. Absolutely. I'm right there in that same category. What I'm saying is when you get that signature,
Right. Right.
it changes. And like, for instance, my ex-wife, does she follow the divorce decree contract? Hell no. If I wanted to, could I make sure that her life was hell because she doesn't? Oh, fuck yeah.
Right. But then again, is it worth it?
No.
That's what I was getting at.
It's not worth it at all. Even though the
That,
law says blah, blah,
right.
blah. My son,
Right. That's what I was getting at.
yeah. I mean, and
Some
this is a,
situations it's worth fighting for. In other situations, you got to leave the battle behind, because if you don't, you'll get scooped up in it real quick, and before
yep.
you know it, tangled up in that web. And when you get tangled up in the web, it's sometimes hard to get out of that web because you're strung tight.
It's not hard to get out of that web. It is impossible because you were the spider that made the web so damn strong.
Yep. Yeah, that's usually the irony of the whole thing.
I've dug
So no
lots
work.
of trench, but I've never not gotten paid for it.
So no work today, huh?
I've got my son.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I got my son. We'll be out tomorrow. We're supposed to get another couple of inches, and he's coming out with me. He likes coming out to do snow shoveling and shit because he can make good money because I pay him like a man because he works like a man.
Right.
When he doesn't work like a man, I don't pay him like a man, and he knows that.
So I'm wondering how many companies offer these different gearboxes for those things and stuff like that.
Gearboxes for
That gun?
I don't know. I'll have to talk to him. I'll talk to him later on, and we'll jump on the phone and give you a call.
What I think what's going to have to be done is, I think we'll have to pick up like a real cheap gun, and then see how far we could stress that really super cheap gun.
Okay.
You see where I'm kind of going at, on how much voltage you could give it before it actually blows apart. And then if say like if a cheap gun will handle 11 volts, you're pretty sure, a quality gun should be able to handle that much, and if not more. See what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. The guy that I got his original guns has some quality guns that I could probably get for cheap, but that's not what we're necessarily after.
Yeah, like I said, I think especially doing what we're thinking about doing, buying just like some Chinese knockoff piece of shit.
Right.
It costs like 50 or 60 bucks, or maybe even $100 or whatever, and just test it to its limit to know
Test it
that
till it
okay, this
blows
gun
up and
can
then
take
go.
10 volts, or this gun can take 11 volts, or whatever.
Right.
So then, if you buy something quality, you know that quality part's going to be easily be able to take what that piece of shit part did, if not maybe twice that much.
Right.
But it's a lot cheaper to do that to a gun that cost you $100 instead of a gun that cost you $1,000. Just as a test dummy type thing.
The other thing that we could do is we could possibly get a hold of one of the gun manufacturers and tell them what we're looking to do. And they might end up sending us one.
Yeah, obviously, like I said,
Hang on one second, I can't hear shit.
I did a quick search, and they said that they go
Can't
all
hear
the
you.
way up to 12 volts. You can't hear me?
All right, now I can hear you.
Like I said, I just did a quick search, and they already got them going up to 12 volts. So therefore, it's already been done. And that's, like I said, half the battle is figuring out, if it can be done and how to do it. So obviously, there's people that have already figured out that you can do it and how to do it. What I'd be interested to see too is like I said, those guns operate off of 8.4 volts. I'm wondering how much of a difference, say, like 7.6 would actually make, or whatever.
The other thing that we could do is we could start developing an electric powered wheelbarrow.
I think they have.
It would need to be strong. Lightweight one. They're heavy.
Right.
That means I've got to break my back to get it in and out of my truck.
Right.
If we could develop a power system that bolted on to a standard wheelbarrow, a small motor,
Right.
it would be simple to do. And you
Yeah,
could put a battery pack underneath so that your wheelbarrow doesn't get any heavier or any out of balance, if that makes sense. Because when you're running a wheelie, I don't know how much experience you have with it, but it's all about balance.
Oh yeah. No, I've done a lot of wheel bearing. Yeah, and there again, I think those pouch cells would be the best way to go, because one nice thing about the pouch cells is they have a lot of power energy. They can produce a lot of quick power, but they're a lot lighter than, like your cell batteries.
This is the meanest cat in the world.
Yeah. This is a standard 18650 right here.
Mm-hmm. I have a bunch of those for my for my flashlights.
And that's what I was saying, that we need to devise some kind of plastic object the same in size, and just have like a piece of metal in the middle of it to create, the two contacts on the upper and lower part of that gun. And then you have the wires going from the top part out to your pack.
Right.
That we're going to make. And you'd, like you
Greetings,
said,
Sly
need
Shy.
some kind of 3D printer to be able to do that,
Welcome
so it
back.
shouldn't be too hard.
And with a 3D printer that if we can come up with a design, he would probably print up for us. And knowing what it's for, he'd probably be all about it because he's one of those little airsoft boys.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, like I said,
I'm all about it, dude.
to me, that
I bet you
3D
are.
printing scene, I'm sure you could make a lot of money out of it, and there's a big demand
I
for
like
it. But to
paintball.
me, there's just too much of a learning curve.
Larry, you
Moose,
like
does
And
your wife know
paintball?
how to do? Moose, does your wife know how to do 3D printing?
No. She
No?
should, though.
Yeah. You know what we're talking about, right, Moose?
Yeah, making firearms.
No. Not at all. Battery backs.
Sweet.
Battery
That's what we
packs
need.
for airsoft.
Let's do it.
That's what I'm saying. And
But
it's it's
I don't really
money
care
through
about
and through.
airsoft, though. I don't care about airsoft. I like paintball or real guns. Because paintball, you can't
Okay.
bullshit
So,
me. If I shoot you with the paintball gun and you got a splatter on you, you can't be like, "Oh, you didn't shoot me."
right.
You know,
Right.
airsoft. There's tons of bitches, dude. I've watched people with GoPros, running around. They're like, "Look, see that guy got shot like 3 times. He doesn't even put his hands up." It's like I
That's
can't
why we're
trust other
making the
people out
battery
there.
we're making so it hurts when you say
Oh
ow,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
there
yeah, yeah.
is
Okay.
automatic ow. Oh nope, you didn't hit me. Ah.
It's like, oh, my rib. It's like we broke Fred's rib again.
Right. All of a sudden airsoft. No, my
Shoot
son's
him in
all
the
into the
pinky
airsoft and
knuckle.
stuff.
Well, I'm sure even the paint
Right.
guns
That's
nowadays have different ways of delivering that paintball out, electrically or gas wise. And if they have the electric device in the paintball guns, you could use that same technology in a paintball gun really easy. And what we're talking about is up bolting it so it will produce more power and be able to shoot the ammo, whatever it's shooting, quicker and stronger. So it's like he's saying, if you up volted it, like his son gun runs at 8.4, and if we took it all the way up to 12 volts, it's going to be spinning almost twice as fast as it was at the 8 volt. So it's going to produce more power and be able to shoot faster.
I like that. I like that. More pain, more gain. Last time I went paintballing, right? Um, People feared me because nobody else would crawl on the ground. And I'd be crawling. I'd crawl through the tunnels and everything, and I'd pop out the tunnel. I shot this dude in the balls straight up from like 100 yards away. I shot him straight in the nuts, and you just see him like grab his nuts and fall over, and like that, like that's the thing, man.
dude, I
Days
would have
like that
hunted
are
you
just.
down. I would have hunted you down. I've
I
been
didn't
like
mean to.
looking at the paint, been like, all right, I'm finding you, motherfucker. I don't care if you're on my team. I'm shooting
Yeah,
you in the head like 7
dude, I got him
times,
good.
paintball style.
I got him good, dude. It was so great. But he did get me on the top of the head, and that one hurt. Top of the head hurts, you know.
There's a couple places that are just fucking evil.
Your fingers. I hate when I get my
Mm-hmm.
knuckles busted.
My son has figured out that my nub, where I got my finger chopped off, dude, that shit hurts when you press on it. So when I'm messing with my son and wrestling with him and shit, and I've got the upper hand, he'll grab my hand and he'll grab it and he'll sit there and poke on it. It's like, you son of a bitch.
That's good. That means he knows how to
Mhm.
attack weakness.
Use what you've got.
Yep.
The first
Gotta
time
do what you gotta
he
do.
did it to me, I was like, that's not fair. And he's like, dude, I'm using what I got. It's what you told me. I'm like, oh, damn it.
Yeah, my little brother used to like he was at the right height that if he got down on his knees, he could just drop to his knees and put his arm up and just bam. So I used to call him the bell ringer because he just you couldn't grab him right there because like he would just
Right.
be right outside your punching range, and so I had to get good with my legs. I started sweeping him, kicking him in the head. I
Yep.
felt bad, but
Hey, if you're going after
No.
my nuts, I'm kicking you in your head.
yeah,
That's all that's to it. You go after my creativity, I'm going after your creativity. Head for head.
that's right. That's right. Got to take him out. What happened to Larry?
I don't know. Larry dropped off. He was like, you guys are talking about some other stuff now, and I'm out.
No,
More
Okay,
paint, more
I was
taint.
wrong. I was wrong.
Oh man.
Larry, I'm going to send you some saw palmetto, I swear to God.
some what?
Some saw palmetto.
What the hell is that?
It's a plant.
What's it good for? Oh, my hair. Dude,
What, you think it's gonna grow back?
this shit went away in my shit probably mid-20s. But it's pretty thick in the back.
Dude, he's got like a petrified forest on top of that thing. It's not coming back.
I got you, buddy.
I got your petrified forest hanging.
Hey, I tell you what though, I got some of these peaks, man. I got some peaks and valleys. I need to
Get you some
clear
saw
this up.
palmetto before it's gone, buddy.
That's right. What's up,
Yeah, it
Danny?
really sucks in the summertime too because I don't got no hair up there. That's the first thing that gets burnt is my damn head.
How are you guys this morning?
We're good.
What's up,
Ready
Danny?
to roll.
I'm old.
And it sucks because you can't really wear a ball cap too well when you like work on cars and stuff because you got to get in tight places and hang your head upside down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm getting you some saw palmetto, and we're gonna send it out there. You get all better.
All better.
You think it'd actually grow back after 40 years of not being there?
You can get all the dude if you put hope and faith. I mean, you if there's a will, there's a way, and if it's not going to happen, at least you gave it a whirl.
Right. No, I understand that.
You need a good scalp massage.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
yep. With some good oil, some oregano oil. Basically, make a Italian spice category and put it on your head.
They say that urine has your stem cells in it and your purified blood, which helps growth. So if you just rub it on your scalp, it's all good.
I'll be right back.
All right, man.
It's all good, Larry.
So what are you up to today, Danny?
Oh, we? Oh, not much.
Just chilling like the villain you are, huh?
That's right.
It's a tough job, but somebody got to do it.
Right. You know, it's all been a lot of fun, Larry. Oregon looks like shit when you're in certain parts of it. but it's got its spots. It's got its golden nuggets.
I don't really see too much difference in Washington and Oregon. They're pretty, as far as climate wise, pretty close to the same.
Oh yeah.
I was born in Seattle, Washington.
Mhm. I have an uncle aunt in Tacoma.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I remember when we were a kid, we always hated it when we used to have to drive through Tacoma because it always stank so bad from all the paper mills and shit.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny though too because it's like I used to watch that cop show, you know, about how they were busting people and stuff, and
Stank like
they'd
some
say,
dirty
oh,
pussy.
Mhm.
this happened in Seattle, and then I'd watch the video, and it would always be Tacoma, it'd never be Seattle, and I'm like, that ain't Seattle, that's Tacoma.
Right. You can tell the difference.
Oh yeah, there's a big difference.
Yeah.
Larry, take a dab.
I already did. Just got done taking one.
I
Come
went to
on,
that.
son.
What is it called? That almond roca factory in Tacoma. Have you ever been there, Larry?
I helped start the very first hemp fest up in Seattle.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it was weird because the very first one we had, it was up on Capitol Hill at this park, and it was really cool because it was like a hippie vibe where it was like everybody flashed back to like the 70s. We had girls dancing around to bongos and stuff with no shirts on. We had people
Kind of like
passing
your own
girls
Mardi Gras.
around. Huh?
Kind of like your own Mardi Gras.
Well, like I said, to me, it was like a flashback of the 70s, you know, just everybody open, free spirit. And there was no cops at all that day showed up. It was just awesome. And then the next year is like, you know,
It got worse.
cops started coming and yada, yada, yada. And now
That's
they're
because
downtown.
they're demonstrations, Larry. They're demos.
Oh, yeah.
That's why. It
And now
was so demonstrated there, Larry.
And now they made it so commercialized, you know, such a money-making thing. They have it down at the port now. I haven't been down to it since they've had it down by the port. But from what I understand, it's just became just way too commercialized.
Well, why do you think we got freaking all the Navy down at the coast? Why do you think we have it up and down the borderline, Larry?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I used to go up to Bremerton all the time when I cleaned kitchen exhaust systems, and I used to go by there and look at those aircraft carriers and shit. I'm like, those things are fucking huge.
Hey, I've seen some of their ships go up, or not ships, but some of their shipments go up behind the hills over at Willamina, Sheridan, and these places you wouldn't really think to even look.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got
I had a dad take me up and down the Oregon coastline because he was just wanting to relive his route, his route. So I went on that route with him, and I'm like, holy shit, dude, how'd you connect all this in just one summer breeze? How do you do that? It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
You learn things when you pay attention. You learn little diner shops. You remember to, not at the waitress. You know certain things because when you got big men in small towns, nothing fucking makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's so weird too. It's like some small towns you go to, it's just like a real community type. Everybody helps each other out. And then you get to another small town, and it's like everybody's just out for them and them only. And it's just so weird the different ways
Yeah,
of
well, some were never taught.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's like you can't, if you felt sorry for every fucking person that was like that, well, it is what it is. But I'm not God, or am I Christ, or Satan, or anything else in this world. They call me Danny. That's all I know. You can ask a million different people who they think that I am, and you'll get a million different stories.
But then again, we are him and him is us.
It's all in you. It's just all
That's
there.
right.
Your Bob showed you, Larry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You see, me at Oregon, we have a thing. Organs pull on my organs. I know a great many beautiful people.
Oh, yeah, they're everywhere. It's just...
But some of those people aren't just any kind of people, Larry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's hard knowing that I worked for a woman for 11 and a half years. And never once did I ever hear the story because they had to be quiet about it. But some dude who was dating her daughter, had a kid with her daughter, started beating the shit out of their little 3-month-old baby. I think she was 3 months old. While mom was in the shower. Killed their baby. And she went to jail for it. Is that some bullshit? Because he paid a cop. And now now they're trying to find him.
That's the saddest part, is when shit like that happens. It's just like, what the fuck?
In my own hometown, where my children play.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I've never been overseas to see war happening. I don't even know if it's real or true or whatever. I just know I live here and it's a fucking war zone, not a battlefield. No matter where you go.
Right.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is Tacoma and Seattle, is that like, how close are they?
Hour.
Yeah.
Oh. So it's not like Minneapolis and St. Paul.
No.
As you're going up I-5, you'll hit Tacoma first, and as you're going north, and then you hit Seattle, and then Everett.
Minneapolis and St. Paul is like you cross the river, and in some places you don't even have to cross the river. Like you're just in Minneapolis.
My family used to live in Florence.
And where?
It's called Florence.
Florence.
Yeah.
That's on the coast, Oregon coast.
No, there's one in Montana too, and there's one in Minnesota.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
They're all kind of laid out like that, Larry. All the cities.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I know. When I always hear all these other, names I'm familiar with, to find out that they're basically everywhere.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of weird too. It's like somebody just didn't know. It's like whoever made the layout just kept repeating the layout.
Yeah, it's like, oh, well, I lost my imagination here, so I'll just call it the same thing I did back there.
Yeah.
There's a reason for it.
Why do you think that?
Because every place like that is a reminder of something somewhere you've been that you remember, and it's like the inkling of knowing.
It's remembering the ancient things. Like Saint Paul. Saint Paul is not the ancient thing. It's in reverence of something that was represented by Saint Paul. Like, it's all logos, and logos is the word. I can't really explain it to you. I don't know. To me, it's more just something that you have to understand. And I don't really know how you get from point A to point B. I just know I've gotten there.
I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. I want some of those damn cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Now I have to make some fucking cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
I should have gotten up and done it this morning. Had my son get up, and he's with me for the next couple of days, so I'll do it for him one of these days. So you guys are gonna love this shit. He came over yesterday, and he was at a sleepover, and apparently he didn't get much sleep. Well, he asked me to boil some milk for him so that he could make a hot chocolate. I had just given him a hot chocolate. Like, it was a specific type of, like, do-it-yourself type deal. Anyways, it required milk instead of water. And he says, well, you put the milk on, and then I'll come get it when it's ready. And I said, no. He's like, well, why? I do that stuff for you all the time. I was like, there's a difference. He's like, what's the difference? I said, well, I know how to boil milk. Do you know how to boil milk? He says, yeah. I was like, okay, then prove it. He's like, well, why are you being such a stickler? This is all paraphrased, obviously. This isn't how he talks. But I said to him, I was like, boiling milk it's really easy to burn, and I want to make sure that you know how to boil milk. And this is a simple test, and that's why I got you the thing in the first fucking place, you little shithead. He did end up changing his attitude a little bit towards me, and he originally said he did not want to come out and do some snow shoveling. And then it went to, wait a second, Dad's always good on his word. Dad's always going to pay me, so I want some money because I'm going to be at Dad's house. And yeah, now he wants to go shovel.
Right on.
But I told him he didn't have to come in, and, he didn't have to shovel. Because I'm not going to make my son do anything.
Right.
There's some things that I will greatly guide towards. But only because I see the benefit in my own life and understand that that benefit is for everyone type deal. Hang on one second.
Good morning.
Hey, Linda. How'd
Hi,
your night go
Linda.
last night?
It went lovely. I couldn't ask for a better evening.
Oh, good. Did you sleep
that
well?
that Rice crispy.
I just rolled out. You can tell, huh, Danny? Huh? What was that, Larry?
I said that Rice Krispie treat hit you rather well. Is that what
Dude.
you're trying to say?
Oh my God. I never had an uppy edible. That
Oh,
was a Zoom
yeah,
Zoom edible.
some
I
sativa.
do.
My brother kept looking at me, and he kept because my brother showed up afterwards, and we barbecued. Oh yeah, and we were drinking. I only had like 3 Coronas. I normally, I can drink a 6-pack when I'm hanging out with my brother, but it was funny because it was a good 2 hours before I even cracked a beer open. I was just going all over the place. I was like, my brother said, "You're in a really good mood." I said, "I'm really at peace right now." He says, "No, there's something else going on." I go, "Oh," "I'm back with my peoples."
That's cool.
Yeah,
I'll never forget the very first day Linda came up on the chat. She's like, "Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of shy person, and I don't know if I want to get up on camera." It's like once she came up here, that girl just opened right up, and she's been a hoot ever since.
oh, Larry, you're too sweet.
Hey, Larry, I made my mom, to do some videos with me and some different things. She has such a good time. She does her own thing, away from me. And it's funny. It's funny to see her because my mom, she used to tell me, she's like, I hate people. I just hate them. And I'm like, Mom, how do you hate everybody? I'm
So
like,
much.
there's people out there for a
There's
reason.
more. That's what I had to
I'm like,
learn.
you drilled our asses through Kingdom
Mhm.
Halls, and if we were bad, you and my father made us read our Bibles forward and backwards like we were some fucking skit, on the side of the
Mhm.
freak show of religion, you know? And the thing about it is like that,
But I
people
like
are
to look at
people, man.
I like to look at that as if we did. Some of us wouldn't have any religion at all if we didn't have that.
Right? I mean, we have to learn, even if it's from their stupidity, we still can learn from it. And that
I
way,
think,
when we get older with them as we grow with our parents, we can laugh
yeah,
about this bullshit.
yeah. I like my mom's view. She never pushed it. She was very Baptist, Methodist, and she had her family Bible. She loved her script. She never pushed it. So you kids want to go? You'll ask me to go. You'll do your own thing. So at 9, I said, "Mom, I want to go to my first Pentecostal because I wanted to go with my friends, right?"
Right.
So that was an enlightenment. And then I don't think I messed around with that. I mean, the family, but we weren't church going. We weren't church going, but my mom let me know real quick where things come from, how things roll. But she never pushed anything on me. We weren't pushed. It was our own choice, which I liked. If you went more to the native, she would turn that faucet on.
I don't
If you
know what
turned
that's
more
like.
to religion, she'd turn that faucet on. It's just whatever you asked her for.
I
That's
wouldn't know
cool.
what that's like. There was only one, everyone, and I like. We're done with that one.
Yeah, yeah, that one
We're
particular
done.
one. Yeah, and that's the thing. I did go to put my toe in everybody's pool, so to speak. I dated a Mormon. I dated a Catholic. You know what I mean? You
Well,
need to
so
experience it all to get a little bit of everybody.
no.
My my grandson says, "Why do you have so many Bibles?" I said, "Well, they all got something different to say."
Every day, every day. It's just like that, huh?
That's right.
That's, you sound like my grandma and her sister.
It's funny.
That they were 2 women
Yeah.
who if you wanted the way out, so you didn't have to sit there in that Kingdom Hall anymore,
Mhm.
that grandma would or her sister would have a need to emergency go home. And they did, and they started doing this regularly. And one day I got to go home and I found out my grandma and her sister were lighting up their cigarettes and having a beer before anybody got fucking home.
Hey, y'all. I'm not pretty, but
They're like, you ever talk about it? I will never be allowed to be at grandma's house ever
found
again.
it.
I'm like, ever again? I can't. I'm like, I love you, lady.
I found it. It was right
What-
here on the porch.
What is
That
that?
rock. That's that damn rock I was telling you about that looked like a lung.
That looks like a huge ass mermaid rock.
Look at that picture.
It does look like a hive.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
This is that one I kept saying, where's my rock? It's got tons of holes in it.
Could be like a wasp. You know how sometimes those sand wasps,
Yes, that's another thing. I said,
they
it
build
kind
a
of looks
nest,
like it petrified somebody's home.
right?
You
That's
sound
cool.
better today, Larry. Your energy sounds really good. Did you get some sleep?
Not really.
Oh, you're faking it really damn good.
My left shoulder's been really bad the last couple days, and it's
What are you doing for it besides, like, do you put
and then,
anything
and then
on it?
now my neck muscle going up my neck from my shoulders all getting tight, and
How do you sleep? Do you sleep sitting up? Do you lay down? I mean,
I'm a side sleeper.
mm,
See, so I'm always that's the problem is I got both my shoulders are bad, and I'm a side sleeper. So I'll lay on one shoulder till it hurts, and then I'll flop over to the other side. And so what's
Pillows
happening?
to hug, Larry, or to put like a pillow between your knees?
yeah, that's where I was going to go.
Yeah.
I got
What?
like 6 pillows sleep
You
with
got
me.
right. I said, do you have support? Because I'm for two. I got like 4 different pillows and
I got a 4-foot long pillow. I got a pillow that never gets flat. That one goes between my knees.
I got a 6-foot teddy bear to hold on to.
Are you hearing us, Larry? You need a pillow buddy.
I've tried the pillow like between the legs and stuff, and it doesn't really seem to help.
Good morning, babies. The puppies just came
You
out.
need
Oh,
yourself a really good recline and massage. And
hey,
rub.
yes, that's Danny. Relax, Frankie. That's Danny. Danny.
What? Are you giving me smack too? Dog.
Hell, Frankie. Okay,
Ooh, let
Frankie,
the dogs out.
you're gonna make me turn my mic off. I got a hot mic right now. Stop that. Stop that. So my brother brought his dogs over. My brother brought his dogs over, and they're big. I'm talking like they're mixed with Great Dane and Black Labs.
Oh, really?
Shit.
I believe one
How does that work?
is a massive.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they're gorgeous dogs, and they come to my hip, and y'all know I'm tall as fuck. So
I gotta go let my dog outside. I'll be right back.
alrighty.
Are you
So
really tall, Linda?
I am 6 foot on a good day.
Wow, you are tall. You don't look tall.
My boys are 6'4", 6'5". They're tall. They're all.
Everybody's taller than me and my family.
Oh, well, that's good because you can reach stuff we can't.
You tell me.
My daughter-in-law, I don't even think she quite hit 4 foot. She would climb up on my counters to get in my cabinets.
My aunt
I
and
would come around the corner.
yeah.
She'd be standing up. She goes, I'm trying to get some mason jars. I put them up there so you can't get them. She's climbing up there to get them. I put stuff on top of the refrigerator purposely to watch her climb. I miss that girl. She's no longer with us, but I'm telling you what, that girl taught me to live. Every day, I tell her, you gotta slow down, baby. You're just going too fast. You can't do everything in one day. She goes, Mama, I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. And this is my daughter-in-law. I raised her when she was 17. And we lost her at 31, 30, 31, 30, 32. Real young. So she had fought 5 cancers as a child. She made a Phoenix medical news back in the day. She was in the papers. So she kept saying, she goes, if I fought these 5 cancers, she says, I never know when it's going to take me. She had like a fourth of her liver. That poor girl was going through a lot.
Mhm.
And when that time came, it was so bizarre because the Lord just took her in her sleep. And she texted me about this sirloin pork dinner. Like she got it off of Facebook, and I still have the text where she sends it to me. She says, "Mom, you just gotta make this," and she knows I'm not a big pork fan.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, I will." And then the next day I got the message that she didn't wake up with us. But
Oh.
it hit me right then what she was doing. So I took that piece from her, that advice from her, and I started trying to live my day to the fullest. No more sitting on the side of the bed.
Did
I
you
lived
make
on
her
the.
recipe?
You know what? Damn you. No, but I think
Why
maybe we
not?
should. I think that's what this is about. I think maybe that's what this is about.
Why?
Yeah. So I think we're gonna be making some pork loin.
There you go.
But yeah, I didn't understand how some people can just live like that, But they just know. Everyone just
Hey,
knows.
I've had I've had so many people live in so different ways and die in front of my face. Like
Yeah.
my eyes are open. I'm like, all right, because it's like it's a no-brainer. It happens on a daily basis. But the thing that most people, they hold on in weird ways that others can't understand. And then when it comes around time for the other person to finally fucking get it, they'll understand that you got yours and now they get theirs. And it is what it is,
Yep.
you know? It is beautiful.
I think I got onto her so much because I envied what she was doing and I couldn't find it in myself at the time. I had given up. I would get up every day and get dressed, but I would sit on the side of my bed. I didn't want to. I didn't want to participate.
Yeah. I've had to like literally sit on the side of people's beds with them
Yeah.
and let them just speak their piece while the other person's telling me one story in the kitchen and another one right before you get into the room and you step in and change another mask so that you're that person now with that person. And then have to go home and not take that
Yeah.
home to your family, your little children, or your husband. That's like, fuck.
Right.
Yeah.
My mom was the same way. She went to everyone's bedside when it was the time. She was always our closure.
Yep. Yep. That's what, like, in my life, I find that usually it's some kind of weird scientific telepathy when it comes to my life because, it connects me with a lot of people who have similar values and aspects, but from a different angle.
Yeah.
But it's just, I mean, it's so there, but there's nothing that anybody could do to say it because it's just there.
Sometimes it just doesn't need to be said. Yeah, exactly. It's just there.
Right. It's like, all right. Well, somebody has to go and do this, and somebody has to go do that, and
Yeah,
I,
that's what
you
my
know,
mom said. You're all. That's what she told us. You're all special, and you all have your special power. I like how she didn't try to put us all in the same box when we were growing up. We were
my mom,
definitely individuals.
today, my mom told me she's like, I literally thought you were all the same.
Yep.
No, differently. You were a part of me, and I'm looking at her. I'm like, wow. I told her, I said, Mom, I said, you do realize how different we are now, right? And she just laughed. And today I'm not sure if I should be afraid or laugh with her.
You're like, but what was she laughing about? I think I know now.
And then she'll look at me and she'll look at me and she'll say with these eyes and lift her eyebrows and she says, Westworld, Westworld.
Yes.
And I'm like, Mom,
Stop
shut
that.
up.
I could be your mama. I might not be your mama.
Right? I'm like, okay, here's the thing. I'm just gonna let everybody know right now. Okay.
Okay.
I got to be the first one. The first one
I
in
am the
the
original.
house that my mom went to the store to find out which would be the best cannabis for me to heal my body. And she came back. We weren't sure about it, but we both had edibles, and then we're like, well, I'll pick this one, you pick that one, and we'll share it and see how we feel.
That had to be a blast.
I'm like, you fuckers missed out so hardcore. I'm like, that one's gonna get me through any situation I could possibly have in my entire life.
That's hilarious. The only bond that I remember that I got was my mom. Well, my brothers do tattoos, but at this time my brothers weren't doing NAR tattoos. My mom happened to come into my bar that I was working at, and one of my fellow customers was very sweet and said he would buy us both a tattoo. So after we wrapped up there, we went to a tattoo parlor, and I'm sitting there being a bulldog. I'm like stink eyeing all over this tattoo artist because my mom decided to get a rose on her butt. And I'm sitting there, my mom's butt's hanging out. People are walking by, and I'm just, oh man, I'm mad dogging everybody. Stop looking at my mom. Stop looking at my mom. You know? And my mom's like, you need to calm down. And I'm like, I'm going to step outside. I would appreciate it if you would like kind of cover you up a little more. And she's like, I'm fine. I'm fine. I came into this world like this. I'm going to go out the world like this. She just had this really good attitude about her body. And it just cracked me up.
Funny.
So then it was my turn, and I'm getting my tattoo, and sitting there laughing my ass off. I can't even get into my tag because I'm still rubbernecking. Everybody staring at us. They're trying to figure out who this Amazon is with this little petite woman and why she's bad dogging everybody.
Right.
I think they kind of figured it out.
I used to want to get a tattoo, but my body has like it's done this weird thing where it gets fat and skinny and toned and stretched out and all kinds of weird shit. And I'm like, I don't know where I'd put a tattoo.
Yeah, my mom had allergic reaction to different inks, so we had to be really careful with.
Right. Yeah. That's why I just did acupuncture.
I did that once. I got lucky. I went to the doctor. I kept telling, hey, you know, my hips. You know, going on with my hips. And he said, well, I've been practicing. And this is an older gentleman, too. I really put my faith in him. He says, well, you know, I've been really practicing this acupuncture. He says, I'm not really supposed to be doing this on your access. He said, but I'll give you a freebie. So I couldn't believe it. I sat there and he did one hip, and I was like, this is not what I expected at all. I never felt one of those needles go in. I did feel it when he flicked it. That when they do the vibration thing, they flick. I felt that, and then I felt renewed. That pain went away, and it was gone for a good, I'd say almost 3 months. So when I kept going, follow, hey, you ready to do the other side? I said, no, you said you're going to charge me for the other side. I was like, that's $50 a pop. I don't have it right now. I said, but the one side is really good. So we're good. So I can, what do you say that? How do you say that? I can speak up for it doesn't hurt, and it has its place in the medical field.
Right. See me, I get the giggles when I want the best for me, but sometimes the best for me is not what I'm thinking of, and it's kind of funny to me. So like, I knew I had to go and do what I had to do and get this acupuncture thing done because I was studying something for myself in my life. But I kind of like, I was like, I'm gonna go to this guy and he's gonna get me. And when he came down the hallway, I was like, wow.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't know now if I can accept this from you. I'm just like, I had to breathe for a moment, and I'm like, please help me not to think like any less or anything with this man while he's healing me. I just don't want to think anything. Period.
Yeah, you really have to clear your
The
mind.
disrespect why I even made it this far. So I went in and he asked questions and I later when he came in so professional and he did my spinal cord and everything. It was so amazing that I went back for like the third eye treatment. And that was amazing. But like that's some shit. That's some kind of crazy healing.
Do
But
you
it's
do the
huh?
suction? I can't remember if you do the suction cup healing.
Yeah, I do. I do in the
Then that
cupping.
was that Rolfing with rocks. Rolfing. Have you
Well,
heard
I
of
guess
Rolf?
using the hot stone.
Yeah, I had that done once too when the hip went hella. I couldn't stand up. I couldn't sit down. I was cramped over. And mom's like, gotta take you to this place. And I'm like, Mom, I can't stand people's hands on me. You want me to in full pain. You want me to let this person, she says, yes, I do. Just please let this person do. I'm paying for it. Just let me do it. And
Right.
I was first. I fell asleep on that damn table. I fell asleep, and it was wonderful. I'm into that. You just got to give it a shot. You have to be very open minded. I mean, yeah, it's scary as shit to give somebody that kind of control over your energy, but
Yeah, but I reassure people with some things. I'm still studying. I don't have my license for
that's
those
what
things.
I say. It's
So,
so hard.
but it's like a word of mouth thing. It's always been like that, and no matter where I go, because if I want to invite somebody in my home, I can invite them there.
Yeah, it's
I'm
fine.
not gonna be disrespected there, and I'm not gonna disrespect somebody there. You know.
Right. It's just try not to find amateurs, the ones that are they think they got it because they finished the book and are trying to
No,
exercise it.
it's more that you have to have clients. You have to have clientele, which I do. No matter where I go, I've always had places. I have always known people. So it doesn't matter.
That's what I was telling.
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it isn't. But I'm not the kind of person who's going to use my sexuality to overpower your sexuality and make you feel in any way or a discomfort. I'm not. That's just not who I am.
Um, massage, massages,
Yeah.
prof.
When it comes to being like professional about that kind of thing, I don't fuck with that kind of thing.
That's
Are you saying no happy ending?
Oh, the happy ending is walking out of my house alive
yes,
and feeling good.
absolutely
This is
scary.
your happy ending. You live.
Yeah.
So does anybody have any sourdough started? Because now you got me all thinking about that.
Any what?
Sourdough, it's that forever giving dough. You feed it. Freedom was doing it.
Oh, Freedom has a recipe.
I gotta run
But
somebody down to get some. I don't
I
know.
haven't eaten sourdough in a while, to be honest.
You're not supposed to start. You're supposed to already have them, right? And then you keep feeding that. You don't start it from scratch, right?
You can.
But
They
you
have
have,
sourdough starts.
Mommy. I love that baby's voice. I love all voices. I'm not
Oh,
bi-
she's bossy, man. Out of all my kids, she's the boss.
She's not fussy. She just knows what she wants.
Oh yeah.
Those are
And
my favorite type of
if you
kids,
don't know
though.
what she wants, if you don't know what she wants, she will let everybody else know what she wants.
You might not get me, but I'm sure damn make sure somebody else gets me.
Those are my favorite kind of young ones because I can give them back to their parents.
Yeah, those are the best kind. Except this one's glued to me.
Oh, you've got that attitude? You go to your mama.
Never.
I used to work daycare, and they every once in a while you'd have that child with a bad attitude on the one day or whatever, and some of those conversations that I've had with parents, yeah, your son was flopping on the floor with like a fish, so I decided to do it too. So if you're wondering why he's asking about why people are flopping on the floor like a fish, this is why. And they're looking at me like I'm fucking nuts. I was like, it fucking works.
Sometimes you just got to join them.
Absolutely, you do gotta join them because otherwise you're not thinking. If you don't think about things in the child's terms, you lose. Because you're an adult, you lost your fucking circle.
Yeah.
So if you flop on the floor like a fish because you're flopping on the floor like a fish because you didn't get your way, you figure out what really is the issue. It's not they didn't get their way; it's they didn't get the attention.
Yeah.
The adults doing that now.
You know, so you both win. You shock the shit out of them because now you're on the floor like a fish. They're looking at you like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then they realize that shit's wrong with me too. Shit, I'm on the floor like a fish.
And then somebody comes along and throws some water at you.
Yep.
But there's so much truth in it.
Because that's what
Life's
siblings
easy. You
do.
just do it.
What was that nuts?
Life's always really easy. Because I remember one thing. If it ain't the worst thing that's ever happened to me, I'm doing pretty fucking good.
Yeah, right.
It's always easy. It's always going to be shitty in some way or another. So it's easy. You know it. You know what to expect. You create it.
If it's dark, turn the light on.
Well, it's snowing again, folks.
Nah, I don't
You know
believe
what
it.
I see?
White.
See little pennies falling from the sky.
What's falling from the sky?
Little pennies.
You're
It's
saying there's
pennies
no
falling from the sky because I make money from removing it.
duh, Linda.
Yeah, and it's flaking here too.
It's what?
It's flaking over here too.
I know a guy that does some snow removal. It might be a little bit expensive to get me over there. I mean, him over there, but
But it's doable.
I was going to come out for moose and dig him out, but he got out.
Well, you told him how to get out. You told him to light a fire.
I did everything I could until I came out there, and
Oh, was that a confirmation you saved him?
was that what?
I said that sounded like almost like confirmation you went and dug him out.
No. I did everything I could until I would go out. Fuck, if I had somebody that was really stranded and like I was watching them like looking at me like, dude, I haven't eaten in like 7 days because I cannot get out of my house. I'm going to go dig them out.
Hell yes.
I would hope that somebody a little closer would do so first, but nevertheless.
You'd step it up if that wasn't an option. I hear you.
Put up or shut up. That's how I roll. I got to go for everybody. You just got to pick it up. Anyways, because probably yep, and that is my priority. Unfortunately for you folks, I have to go.
Morgan. Freeze frame. No. You still there, Larry?
Anyways, I'll catch you guys. Peace.
Okay, have a good one. Crazy dogs. Mercy.
So what's for dinner tonight there, Linda?
Leftovers.
What's that?
Leftovers.
Oh, you're breaking up for some reason. No,
Is that better?
not really.
Maybe I'll go out.
All right, I think I know what you said. And then there was two. Dun, 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 dun. We do not have the rights for this song, but we do not claim it. Oh, I'm tired. So it says we have one in chat. Kind of weird how the weekends are so much slower. What time is it? I can't see. 8 o'clock? Almost 8 o'clock. Hello, audio radio, don't you know? Ooh. Yeah. Off, on, off. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Been here almost 3 hours already. That went pretty quick. All right, let's see if that helped.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Oh yeah, much better. Yeah, it was really weird. I've never heard it do what it just did before.
It sounded like a board, like all broken up.
Kind of, but not really. I mean, it was. You're like your
Bad.
voice went way low, and it was borging, and it was. I don't know. It was just weird.
I go through that every day with y'all. Sometimes I just gotta ride it out, but it's weird because it's happening on both of my devices. Oh, we're back on the tablet right now. We were just on the phone, so
Yeah.
I have no
And
idea what's going on.
does it just seem to be here or pretty much everywhere?
Just here. That's why I'm like trying not to be all weird about it. It just happens here.
That's
I was on
that's
Moose's. It never happened. I was on Moose's almost 12 hours. It never happened.
yeah. Huh. Somebody's after us. Oh
It's
shit.
all it means we're special. They
I
like
gotta
us.
keep looking behind my back. They're
I
coming.
know.
They're coming.
Heading.
Oh shit. Let them come.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Let them come. They won't find much.
Well, even if they do, sit down and have a powwow with them. They'll get over it.
Yeah.
But yeah, last night the wind was blowing a little bit. It acted like it was going to rain, but it just never rained, and it just kept blowing east, for me. So basically, I just watched all of those snow clouds blow over last night towards everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just too hot that it creates like a dome or a shield, and then it just goes over us. And I'm guessing that's what's going on. I'm not a weather
Hard telling.
expert. Watch it.
Hard telling anymore. They pretty much do whatever they want to do with it, so you never know what's gonna happen.
Right.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But yeah, we have leftover pizza. We have a pound of hamburger. I probably should. I think I threw that back in the freezer. Anyway, I know which one it is, so I'll probably be pulling that out. I don't know. Weekends we kind of just go with the flow. We don't really plan anything.
Yeah.
And then cinnamon rolls came out the bomb. They are
Yeah, they
so
look
good.
really good.
I've made them enough times. They've never came out that good. They're gooey in the center. It's awesome. I sent
Yeah.
2 home with my brother. No one had gotten into them. I sent 2 home with my brother. And then I get a text. This is so good. I was like, yeah. Oh, better go let chickens out.
It's funny too when you're really stoned. It seems like stuff tastes so much better.
Oh, well, it was funny because I'm not one. I don't necessarily sit down and eat with my family. I like to watch them eat, and then I'll come in after they eat. I don't know what that is about me. I just do it. So sitting there and I'm waiting. I don't know. I'm just doing me. All of a sudden, everybody was eating. I don't know. It just activated me. So I jumped up and made a burger myself because my brother came over. We barbecued some burgers, and that was a damn good burger. I haven't had a. I mean, we eat burgers all the time, but like you said, because my my senses were heightened, it was much better. It was really good.
Yeah. Well, plus I think it puts you in a different atmosphere to be willing to accept what you're experiencing. You know.
Yeah, because I have this side of me that wants to make sure everybody's safe. Everything's safe. Oh, you shouldn't do that. That could turn out bad. I fight that all the time. It's
Yeah.
like I gotta let it lay to the side. If it happens, it happens. I fight that. I mean, on a daily, I catch myself.
Well, recognizing it's half the battle, they say.
Yeah, especially when you're like 2 sentences in and then you catch yourself.
Yeah, but see, at least you're catching yourself now. Before, I'm sure you weren't.
Yeah, but I bet I would have been a much more pleasant person to be around if I wasn't so uptight.
Well,
But then again, if ands and buts never solved anything.
I hate that when that happens.
Right.
You're supposed to be able to snap your fingers or twitch your nose, and it's all changed. I mean, what the hell? That's what the show showed us.
Yeah. So if it's snowing on everyone else, it's cold as fuck where you're at then too?
Actually, I'm not sure how cold it is today. I just been leaving the water on the last few days because it has been really cold. Let's see here. Damn, my phone is just battery's going bad.
Plug it in, plug it in.
What? Why'd
We're
that
gonna go
happen?
look it up.
Wait.
Bruce just said plug it in. I don't know if those big dogs are
I
here.
guess I don't have a weather app anymore.
Uh-oh. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Everybody wants to see you.
38 right now.
Oh, dear Lord. Come on, everybody. Come
Says
on.
38, mostly cloudy. Feels like 38.
Well, you can
It's,
see what it is here.
it's supposed to get to 54 by 3.
Hmm.
70% chance of rain.
Oh, Lord. Time to get your buckets out.
Yeah, we've
Whew.
been getting a lot of rain this year.
And then, I think it's supposed to be like 81 today here.
Last year we had a pretty hot summer and we didn't get hardly any rain last summer. And last winter we didn't get hardly any rain. This year we're getting just tons.
I have a theory about the water. I'm not sure if it's correct or not, but what goes up must come down, correct?
So they say.
Oh,
Then
check
again,
this out.
what's that?
Oh, I look at my weather app constantly. I don't know, I probably told you about the rock story my brother told me about freaking out about the weather. You take a
Yeah,
rock, you put it inside, if it rains, if it's wet, it's raining, all that. And
right.
it was funny because I've been watching and there's no chance of rain. Today there's like 10% and 5% this evening. So like they're gunning it up. You know what I'm getting at? They're gunning it up. We're
Yeah.
all about to get wet and cold. But my theory on the water is, yeah. So they say Wednesday we're definitely supposed to get rain. That's funny. But
Yeah, so
I guess
they see what they want you to do is they want you to go out and get your umbrellas, your raincoats, your parkas.
yeah, they want you to overreact.
So then you flood the stores and you buy all these products that they want you to buy, and it's just all part of the master plan.
Yeah.
See, but they don't understand is we're not sheep anymore.
Mhm. What's that Fleetwood Mac song? Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
There you go, giving me a strike.
Hey, we're not allowed to sing either. Fuck me running.
Yeah, we're not allowed to do anything. Don't you know that by now?
Right, I'm gonna learn how to fart sing. Then they
There
can't
you go.
copy. arthritis.
There you go. That sounds like a
Do you
money
remember when
making
you
a money
swallow air?
making deal right there.
I'm sorry, I went off on the rail.
Don't be ever sorry.
I'm derailing over here, damn it. Um, do you
Yeah,
remember when
but
you used to burps? You swallow out, your air to
oh
try to
yeah.
force. I was doing that one time to try to impress my brother. I'm the eldest. My brothers are 2 years apart, and I went to burp and I was drinking soda and it came up instead. Let me tell you what, that was not a pretty sight.
Is it coming out your nose and everything else?
Everywhere. I think even my eye ducts.
Shit. Yeah, I've done
That
that a
was
few times. Swallow it the wrong way or something, and it's coming out every orifice there is. It seems like.
we used to have milk at dinner. That was the thing we did. And it never failed. My brother would make me laugh, and I would blow milk all over the table and get in trouble. It never failed. Never failed. I get in trouble for laughing at his shenanigans.
Yeah.
But that's back when the family ate at the table. You could do no wrong. They were watching you.
Yeah, no doubt. Well,
I got the. Go
things
ahead.
seem to be kind of slow here today and stuff, and I'm kind of winding down. So I think I'm going to end it probably in about 5 minutes
There you.
or so.
Hey, you gotta take it when you can.
Yeah, well, I'm
I
just
hope.
kind of like I'm kind of burnt. I didn't sleep too good last night and stuff, so I might try to lay back down for a little bit.
There you go. Well, I'm happy to see you. Got to wake up with my friends.
Oh yeah, it's always good to have everybody here, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I was surprised it was later than it was when I woke up, and then I flicked the phone on. I went, "Damn, they've been on for 2 hours already." I bet that was a good show without me.
Nah, it's always better when you're here.
Yeah, I have a tendency to
It
hog
was
it. I
like
think.
it's like I really enjoyed watching you do your daily things, out with your chickens and just doing what you have to do. I think it's cool. I think it's.
Well, I appreciate you accepting me for what I bring to the table.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
mean,
definitely. I've learned, quite a few things about chickens and like you making your cinnamon rolls and stuff yesterday. That was really cool. I think we should do more of that. Like maybe have a cooking day with Linda and a gardening day with Mary, or something
oh,
like that.
I can't wait for Mary to get out, and get in that dirt.
Yep. It just sucks. It's so rocky.
Yeah, but we could still get to that dirt. It's just gonna be a little bit more
Yeah,
challenging.
just a little more challenge. Yep. There you go.
All right, y'all. I'm on a scoot. I
All
love
right. We have
y'all.
a good day, and we might see you guys later on.
Oh, you know it.
All right. You take
Bye bye.
care. Bye
You
bye.
too.
All right, Danny. You take care. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. It's always good to see you, girl. And you do to you as always. Take care. Bye bye.